Hi there! Over these next few videos I'm going to lead you through an introduction to yoga. Now it will be basic, but it might just get you going because there are so many brilliant yoga classes out there, either online or in person when we're able to do so, and this will give you the grounding blocks that you need to get started. Yoga is fantastic for building movement into your life, and I don't want to overpromise too much, but along with all the other things that you love doing, yoga can be transformational for your mental health. So come with me and enjoy moving, and I hope you enjoy the beautiful scenery here in Aberdeenshire too. Thank you. Hi there and welcome to this introduction to yoga. We're going to start by warming up the body. What do you need for yoga? Well, I don't want to be too cheeky, but you need yourself, and that's about it. If you've got a soft surface, then great. A yoga mat, might need a blanket to pad any delicate knees, that's all. So we're at the Barnett Castle in Aberdeenshire. We've got Bennachie behind us, but this is about you. This is about you moving on the mat. And I hope you don't mind all the lovely wind and breeze blowing around us too. So let's get going. Yoga's really about being kind to our bodies. So we're going to start by coming into a pose called the cat pose. Now cat's nice and easy. We have our wrists below our shoulders. We have our knees below our hips. And we're going to start by just breathing and looking forward and up. Exhaling and lowering the head. So don't worry too much about the breath yet. Just find this lovely articulation in the spine. Looking up, lifting your tailbone, exhaling and lowering the head. So there you are, you've done your very first yoga pose. Well done. And we're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to come into quite an advanced pose, but we'll do it gradually. Take your hands a little further forward than your shoulders. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees off the mat and send your hips back and up. And resist the temptation to look up. Relax the head, relax the neck. And I want you just to pedal the heels. So you're bending one knee at a time. And this is you practicing a really simple walking dog. If the wrists begin to get uncomfortable, simply come down to cat. Well done, everyone. Let's drop our knees. And I'm going to teach you child's pose now, which is a lovely pose we do when we're releasing after a strong pose. So we're on our knees, we send our hips back towards the heels, and we slide the back of the hands onto the ground and lower the forehead down. If that feels uncomfortable, don't worry, because there's a modification. Take your hands and rest your forehead on the hands instead. And this is the pose of the child. And you can extend your arms forward too. Tuck your toes under for something just a little more active. So well done. So a lot of what we do in yoga is dropping from the head, from a busy mind, into the body. So we also work on our strength, and we're going to do that now. We're going to work on plank pose. Now plank pose we can do on our elbows. So from cat, I'd like you to drop one elbow down at a time and gently clasp the hands. And we're tucking our toes under, and then we're lifting the knees off the ground. And imagine that you're breathing from your heels through to the crown of your head, and you're engaging your tummy as well. And this is strong. We work on strength as well as flexibility in our yoga. And if anybody wants to, they can drop their knees and they can move up into the more advanced version of plank using the hands and the wrists. You can repeat what I've just shown you with the elbows down. Otherwise, we're tucking in the toes. The shoulders go over the wrists, engage the tummy and broaden across the back. And this is you in a lovely, strong plank pose. Lovely, well done. Now we're going to drop our knees now. I'm going to ask you to come down onto your tummy. And this is a very gentle back bend. It's a little bit playful as well. I want you to place your chin into your hands and then bend into your knees. And there's something very childlike about this. It takes us back to our childhood. And you can roll the feet from side to side. A nice gentle back bend, rowing the lower legs. And then you have a choice, because in yoga, you don't have to do everything the teacher says. If the teacher asks you to come into downward dog, you might choose to stay in cat. So that's a choice that you might want to make just now. And only if you want to, tuck the toes under and come into the downward dog pose that we did earlier. Only if you want. Gently lifting the hips and lowering the head. Keep the knees nice and soft and the tummy engaged. And keep breathing and listen to your body. So if the body says it's had enough, take an extra breath and then come down in your own time. And to come down, we simply drop our knees. We're going to come into kneeling, but if kneeling isn't for you, then stretch out your legs instead. Bring your arms above the head, clasp into the hands and push away, but keep the shoulders nicely lowered away from the earlobes. And then we can just drift from one side to the other. Turning your palms under and allowing them to float all the way down. Really well done. Now these are known as yoga asana postures, and believe it or not, but the word asana, which is it's over 2,000 years old, means a seat. And it's a bit of a bombshell this, but that's what yoga's about. It's about sitting quietly and quietening the mind. So a lot of these yoga poses have been developed to help us sit comfortably. And that's what we're going to do now, just to finish this video off. Nice and quietly, just getting a little flavour of what the essence of yoga is. So I'd like you to either sit cross-legged, kneeling, or with your legs stretched out. Link your thumb and your index finger together in what we call a mudra and rest the back of the hands onto the knees. And you can either lower your gaze or close your eyes and allow your attention to land on the breath. And only for a few more moments, I'm going to guide you through the simple act of being quiet. So in the last 10 minutes or so, you have dropped into your body nicely. You have listened to it well. You've given freedom for the muscles and the joints, and you've even done a challenging inversion upside down in downward dog. I'm going to read to you from the earliest known writings and principles of yoga, which is from the Upanishads. Drop your awareness into the heart. The lotus of the heart, a vast space felt in times of quiet and stillness. As great as the infinite space beyond is the space within the lotus of the heart. Well done, everyone. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me.